What's going on to you, Pisces? So you Pisces have the King of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, and the Chariot. So these three cards right here for you Pisces are about how you're very aware of. There's a lot of con artists. There's a lot of people who like to play games when it comes to dating. People that just want to be around, right? Because the King of Pentacles represents sly devils, snakes in the grass. People who, they're snakes. They talk, they say one thing, do another. They say one thing and then they say something else. And then they play as if they don't realize what it is that they just said. So they can't really be understood. Well, they can be understood, but they can't really be trusted either way. So now the Seven of Wands and then the Chariot is not about how, well, the Seven of Wands represents, and since you Pisces are very much so aware of what's happening, what's going on around you, a lot of you Pisces are very much so able to confront, and you're able to be a little bit more brave when it comes to not just being able to confront somebody, but also cutting them off and excommunicating them without having to have some sort of long drawn out conversation about why it is that you're doing it in the first place. And the Seven of Wands represents how it is that those same people who would be playing games with you, they didn't really anticipate or expect you to really do that. They didn't think that you would actually do that by finding them out. The Chariot now represents, because all it is that you Pisces had to do was just as it is that I've been talking about over here, is ask them questions. That's all it is that you really have to do, is just get to know them, ask them questions, really take the time to really be invested in who they are, where they're from, what they do, what are their plans. And you come to find out that a lot of the things that they say and what they do don't really match up like it is that I said before. So the only part of a big reason why it is that we, you know what I mean, you Pisces, I have a Pisces ascendant, why it is that a lot of you Pisces kept falling for the magic tricks in the first place was because you would have a very good understanding of about the person, like the gist of a person, but a lot of you Pisces would still decide to actually give them a try, even though your logical side would say it's time for you to get away from this person. You still didn't want to act out of fear, in the sense that you brushing somebody off the way that most people think a Virgo would, right? Which is your opposite sign, and just be prejudiced to brush them off in the sense of you listen to them for a little bit and then you go, I'm not really listening to you. I don't want to hear anymore. A lot of you Pisces would want to give these people a chance, but then come to find out, a lot of you would realize you should have been more critical, like a Virgo in the first place, and essentially just cut them off, right? And stop communicating with them. The Page of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords now is about how, since that's the case, a lot of you Pisces also have to understand that the Three of Pentacles, you really shouldn't be worried about if you are going to find someone else, because ultimately, I promise you, as long as you have a level of decency to you Pisces, and you remain to be great people, like, you gotta understand, Simone Biles is a Pisces. Jonathan Owens is a Cancer crab. Simone Biles just got married recently, if I'm not mistaken, or fairly recently, right? I don't keep up with these celebrities like that. But the point that I'm trying to make here is Pisces is made to be a husband, to be a wife, you know. And I've said this before, you know, once, but I'm going to have to really make that video as to why it is that I love Pisces. I'm going to have to really, matter of fact, I think I'm going to really go ahead and make that video. Anyway, but the point is that, you know, Pisces is a great zodiac sign. Like, a lot of the times people give y'all a lot of slack, but I really don't understand why, because I'm a Pisces ascendant myself, and both my sisters are a Pisces, and my mom is a Pisces. It's like, oh, you said sisters. I thought you said you only had one in my immediate family on my mother's side. On my father's side, I have two other sisters and another brother. And on my father's side, that brother is a Leo. And then one of them the sister that I know, because I have two sisters on my father's side. One of them I don't know as far as the sisters. One of them, the one sister that I do know on my father's side, she's a Pisces as well. So, I mean, Pisces people are really not that bad. And like a lot of times people give them a terrible, like like a scapegoat. Like people trash Pisces. And it's like, my gosh, like if a Pisces mind and in their heart, they're not really up to par, then yeah, Pisces is a terrible individual. But a Pisces really is a representation of you are what it is that you are attracting. Because if a Pisces chooses to be decent, then there's something about the person that they're rocking with that's beautiful that the Pisces can really get on board with. You know? The Nine of Swords, right? And then you have the Ten of Swords. So let's go back. So the Three of Pentacles represents no matter what it is that people will try to say and how it is that they'll try to bring you down, calling themselves being attached to you at one point. And no matter what the games that people will try to play, you will at least, I promise you, you will be at least content with who you are, even if you are single, obviously, and by yourselves, because it's about being able to look at yourselves in the mirror every day. Like, you won't be able to look at yourself if you were like this, the Ten of Swords, where it's like there's, metaphorically speaking, a knife in your back, and you have to settle for being in a struggle love relationship with somebody that cheats or is dysfunctional, that, you know, unfortunately puts their hands on you on either side and says how it is that you're nothing, or treats you like you're nothing, right? Or gives you most of the work to do. And it's terrible. And the thing about it is that the world now represents how a lot of you Pisces understand that you have to be good with yourself before you can actually ever step out there and begin to really start talking about value to other people. Because like it is, I said before, of how a person determines value is really what's in their heart, what's in their mind, the service that they could give to themselves and the service that they could give to other people. That is what creates value. And oftentimes, especially in today's world, people are going after clout more than they're going after value. And you can hear it because, you know, because it's more about the celebrity, right? That's why it is that they're tripping out over the Simone Biles, who is a Pisces, and the Jonathan Owens, who is a Cancer crab, because, you know, because they're tripping out because it's what the status, and it's like, but you have to understand that Jonathan Owens brings much more to the table than only, like, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, if those two didn't really get together, nobody would really care about their careers blended together because they are an item, right? Nobody would care. People care because of the fact that they are an item. So yes, Jonathan Owens is bringing in the celebrity, right? But Jonathan Owens is providing way more value other than clout. Jonathan Owens, yeah, the name Jonathan, but Jonathan Owens is not bringing in the clout. Jonathan Owens is bringing in the actual value in the situation, in the sense that Jonathan Owens is trying to show Simone Biles how much it is that he really loves her. You understand what I'm saying? By being there and supporting her as well as she does for him. And support, especially for a Pisces, when a Pisces receives support, y'all love that anyway. So that's my point. Like, y'all shouldn't want to be around people that doesn't want to do that type of stuff with you in the first place. And the world now represents just that. The world is about how, you know, you understand it for what it is. You get the bigger picture. The Nine of Pentacles and the Four of Wands now is about how you have to build a strong relationship with somebody that wants one. Yes. And stop trying to get someone who does not want to decide. And I've said this before and I'm going to say it again. Like, I'm different over here on my channel from the perspective of I'm Moorish American. So for me, I'm not dealing with the religious Allah's version of submit, because that's what most people are running with. Sharia law, you need to submit. I'm not dealing with submit. What I'm dealing with is the Moorish American Sharifan element of decide. And what I mean when I say decide is, if a person doesn't want to if they don't put in an effort to be with you, to hang out with you, what is the point of you trying to force it? And a lot of times people will what do I mean when I say force it? I mean, you call the person and the person is not calling you back. They're not there for you, right? In general. They're giving you a hard time. They're always making up excuses about why they can't do anything. They provide no value to you. They don't want to make themselves of service to you at all, ever. And at any time that you say, hey, listen, you want them to provide some sort of service to you so that you can actually share and provide a service to them as well as shares your resources, they catch a fit. So why are you trying to squeeze a cylinder through a square peg, a square hole, and try to force the situation, right? No pun intended, but you trying to force the situation by trying to get them to see your value. These are people that don't even healthily see value within themselves or other people. You think that they're going to see value in you, Pisces? So the thing about it is that the Two of Wands and the Hermit represents, if it takes you being by yourself and looking, right, and getting over certain issues and becoming better, Pisces, but as long as you're but being single for a little while, then so be it. It's better for you to honestly, and this is what the cards are saying, it's better for you to honestly be on it like that than for you, Pisces, to be sitting around dealing with individuals where all it is that they want to do is waste your time. So let's clarify the Hermit. Queen of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, right? Because the Queen of Pentacles represents, make sure that they bring value to you. And if they don't, there is no need for you to be sitting up here catching nightmares about it. Move forward with your life. The Eight of Pentacles, get back to understanding what it is about you and why would a person be lucky to have you, especially if your mind and your heart are in the correct place. And the Page of Pentacles, the next time you get a chance, right, and you want to talk to somebody, do so. Put yourselves out there without the fear of, well, what will happen next?